Today is January 10th, and I have another message from the aliens. And I'm going to start right away with the question that's on everyone's mind, which is, when are we going to see the first of the large ships? And I'm going to start by saying they've never given me a date, mostly because it's dependent on free will. So they can predict a ballpark, but they can't be specific. So they've never given me a date. They told us that the orbs have been arriving for quite a while now, which many of you have seen. And they also told us that the large ships have been in position for several days, but intentionally cloaked because they're not quite ready for us to be able to see them. They told us they're very concerned about us being frightened when we see the large ships, so they're going to reveal them one by one, slowly, all over the world. So the question is, when are we going to see that first one? Well, again, they don't tell me a specific day, but when I woke up this morning, it felt different. Today feels different. So maybe today. I asked them that question. Is it today? Can you tell me if it's today? And this is what they said. They said, very soon, like in all caps. I heard it in all caps. They said very soon. But what does soon mean? What does very soon mean? I would love to believe that it means today. Human me feels that way, but that's not what they told me to tell you. They told me to tell you very soon in all caps. So since that's all they would give me regarding timing of the first of their large ships, I decided to go deep and ask them some questions about God. Many of you have been asking questions in the comments about what they believe and how it fits into what you've read in the Bible. And so today I channeled with Alien Hercules to get some insights on those questions. Alien Hercules is one who wants us to imagine him in his alien expression, which looks like this. He's one of the 4 members of the Council of Light, which makes up half of the Leadership Council of 9. I asked Alien Hercules to share some detail around the relationship between aliens and God, as many of us know him in our earthly religions. He sent me his response telepathically. I did my best to translate that into words on my iPad, and now I'm going to read it to you. First, you can see our relationship to God through how we structure our leadership. Our leader, Prime Creator, reports directly to God. We didn't pick him as our leader, God did. He oversees the Leadership Council, which has 2 equal halves. 4 members make up the Council of Light, and 4 members make up the Council of Darkness. Light and darkness are not the same as good and evil. Instead, the light and the darkness are 2 halves of a coin, as you might say, of every soul. And yes, aliens have souls, as do angels and other interdimensional beings. Our soul's journey of ascension is not fulfilled by being only in the light. Our soul's ascension to source is ultimately reached by accomplishing balance between the light and the darkness that is inside all of us. Another word for darkness is shadow, or our shadow side. Some of you have done shadow work and are familiar with the value of exploring and embracing our inner darkness. It's when we see ourselves as whole and flawed divine beings that we can find the deepest healing and move ourselves closer to source. So we organize our leadership team that way too. 2 equal councils plus a leader who confirms we stay in balance. In other words, from the top down, our relationship with God is our relationship to everything. As noted in a previous message, our districts have not always had peaceful relationships. Some of the leaders who now serve together on the Leadership Council used to war against each other, not for the sake of gaining power, but for the sake of gaining leverage to enact their preferred version of the order of things, which either skewed light or dark. Today, we have reorganized ourselves to reflect our agreement to govern with a shared goal of divine balance. We also prioritize divine polarity by appointing leaders who reflect divine masculine and divine feminine. The leader of the Council of Light is Alien Enki, and the leader of the Council of Darkness is Alien Hecate. They work closely with Prime Creator, and the 3 of them together represent the divine triune that reports directly to Source: Divine Creator, Divine Masculine, and Divine Feminine. We come from the galactic dimension, also called the cosmos. Below us sits the planetary realm, or the universe, and directly above us sits the source realm. It's because we are positioned so close to Source that we know God the way we do. We know God through inner divinity. We don't have religion or places of worship or religious texts. We go straight to God through our own inner knowing. You could think of it as telepathy. This is what Ascended Master Yeshua, who you might know as Jesus, was sent to earth to share with you. Others have been sent to share the message of inner divinity too. The New Testament of the Bible claims to share the word of Christ, but much of it was changed from what Yeshua actually taught. What he taught then is what we practice ourselves and what we hope to teach you. You have everything you need to reach God within you already. You are whole and you are flawed. You are loved exactly as you are. And when you bring your consciousness to both sides of your soul's coin, both the light and the darkness, that's what gives you access to the deepest healing and the highest and greatest path for your soul's journey. You must go down to the deepest depths as well as up to the highest heights to be fully in balance. This is how we provide guidance and governance over the cosmos, and this is how we know God, and this is how we know our own souls. So hopefully that answers the question of, do the aliens know God? So that's the message for today. Again, keep sending the messages of love to those orbs. Even if you can't see them, it's making a difference. And the day might be today. It might be today. If not today, very soon in all caps. So let's remember, don't be afraid when you see that first big ship. They're here to help us, and we're so excited.